People always tell me that I have a big imagination. Honestly, being a Utah real estate agent gives me plenty of material. When you've toured as many homes as I have, from brand new builds in Lehigh to tiny historic homes in Ogden, you start to expect the unexpected. And Ogden never disappoints. Ogden is one of the oldest cities in Utah, and some of the homes show it. I've seen original furnaces older than me, bedrooms with no closets because who needs clothes, right? And basements with windows the size of cereal boxes and floors so slanted that you can roll a penny from one end of the room to the other. No effort required. A few months ago, I was helping one of my sellers list his home in Ogden. Everything was going great. We had multiple showings, a solid offer, and we were about a week away from closing. Easy, right? Well, not exactly. Never is. One day my seller called and said, hey, Janet, so we've got a little moisture in the basement, just a little bubble in the paint from all the rain. Maybe the buyer won't mind. I love optimism. But this is Utah real estate. Buyers always mind. I told him, we should probably take a look. He sighed. He knew. He decided to fix it himself and cut out a tiny square of drywall. Just wanted to take a little peek. That's when things got really interesting. Behind the wall, there was nothing. No framing, just a big mysterious open space. Utah agents have seen some weird things, but this was new. So we brought in the big guns. I referred him to a restoration company who came out and helped him discover what was going on. And guess what they found? There was a tiny opening that was actually an entire room under the porch, completely sealed off during a past remodel. Someone at some point basically said, storage space? Nah, let's just pretend it doesn't exist, and covered the whole thing with drywall. Of course, the jokes started immediately. Should we call the police? What if there really was hidden treasure back there? Do we need to check for skeletons? Um, just for the record, we found 0 dead bodies, thank goodness. Nothing kills a deal faster. What began as a small little bubble in the paint turned out to be a full tear out. New insulation, moisture repair, and a lot of storytelling materials for me as a Utah Realtor. Since the seller was already spending money on repairs, he went ahead and just resealed the space instead of rebuilding it as storage. And honestly, I kind of love that because years from now, some future homeowner is going to cut into the wall for some reason and discover a whole secret room, like a real life Utah version of Narnia, but with concrete walls and spiders. They'll think they found a treasure chest when really it's just Ogden being Ogden. As a Utah real estate agent, I've learned one thing, well, more than one thing, but in this case, one thing. Behind every small problem, there's a story waiting to jump out at you, sometimes literally from behind the wall. And that's what makes Utah real estate and my job so much fun.